So I'm the punk rock enigma, and this is the Awkward Gangster, and we're here to promo our
Are
new,
you?
our channel. Are you
Are
game
you
for
game for
this?
this?
Yeah. And today, instead of actually doing anything game related, because fuck that, we are drinking and reading you some magical stuff about. Oh yeah, I got one of those too. We've got like 34 things sitting here. Just we've got the bottle ready to go. But,
Alcohol.
booze. Let's do one for the viewers.
Tortuga.
You viewers, like, we can't leave these shot glasses in. So are we taking both?
I'm taking both.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that second one for now. You go ahead.
I do that.
I'm a little ahead of you right now. That mouth tastes weird. But so our goal today, guys.
You still spill it.
Yeah, fuck you. This one's good.
Oh,
No,
Jesus
it's not.
Christ.
It's all good. It's all
Just
good.
looking for the next ones, man. You're
This
way
just means
too
my
drunk.
desk is gonna smell like caramel whiskey, which is alright because
It
it's
does
delicious.
smell
It's
fantastic.
delicious. Wait, delicious. Smell
Anyway.
this, viewers, if you don't mind. Just give it a
nice
scratch and sniff, motherfuckers. But alright. So basically, today what we're doing is we're gonna read you some of the what we found greatest fucking reviews we've ever seen on Amazon ever. And to start out, I think we're gonna start out with haribro gummy bears.
Yes.
And I kind of want to start with the one we started with earlier, because that shit was hilarious. And then we'll read the military one. Then we'll read one we haven't even read yet, so that we can laugh with you. The nickels and cans one. And there is a review on here that literally says, if you don't believe these reviews are real, fuck you. I bought a bag myself and I pooped hysterically.
This is true.
Seriously. And the last line was said seriously, like, straight up.
Continue.
Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I got a new top hat. Dude, we're good. No worries. You guys will listen, right? Hey. Alright. So. Man, this is obnoxious. I hate my fucking phone. This one is 5 stars, and is entitled, I've Seen the Face of God. Now, I'm going to read this to you, okay? I'm probably actually going to have you read the military one.
That's okay.
Okay. So that way we don't look like a bunch of twats, you know what I mean? Like, alright. Alright, guys, so just sit back and listen to my storytelling today. I didn't feel the need to plan my weekend around 5 small gummy bears. But when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It began with a noticeable change in viscosity of my saliva. Within minutes of consumption, my mouth had filled with a thick, foamy slime. Though it was a cool, climate-controlled room, a salty sweat broke out, and I felt my heartbeat quicken as my body threw itself into a fight or flight. The animal noise broadcasting from my pelvis were an ominous warning of the violent acts that were to follow. I shouldered my way into the bathroom, clawing at my belt, moaning with pain. The smell came first. It started sweet and almost tangy. This quickly overpowered by a cloying chemical perfume. The first volley of feces hit like soda cans and nickels. The resulting splash drenching my bottom in a foul backwash of water. But this was quickly becoming the least of my worries. After a moment, the noises in my core hit a feverish pitch, and I was stuck rigid with pain. The sweat was now running into my eyes, but the room began to turn ice cold and my hands began to spasm. I felt an insidious burning flooding my escape hatch. I gasped. A hot yellow poison began spraying from my rear, changing in pitch and echo as the stream of diarrhea ripped around this toilet bowl, creating a nightmarish Doppler effect that can only be appreciated in hindsight. Okay, this person. My legs fell asleep staying on the toilet. I couldn't have stood if I wanted to. Wiping was a no-go. The toilet paper simply became a vile paper mache. My hands were quickly soiled. A foul blown shower was needed. and all of my towels had to be burned. So happy with my purchase. Would recommend to my friends. Definitely buying again. What the hell? How do you even... I'll tell you right now, if I ever ate gummy bears like that, which... Fiber gummies. I ate fiber gummies.
Oh, boy.
And I pooped my pants so I was getting a tattoo done, just so we're clear.
It's the first tattoo ever.
Yeah, it was funny. It was on my friend's birthday who was doing my tattoo, too. But, so I know they're pain, because, like, you eat fiber gummies, and you sit down, and when you sit down, you did that, too,
Yeah,
right?
I did that, too. I ate about 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when you sit down and poop like that,
Like
what was the first thing to go through your mind the first time you ate that many fiber gummies?
I am going to die from dehydration because I had the hyper supersonic poop.
Like, you broke the sound barrier with your poop.
Absolutely.
Like, I understand this. Like, my first thought was, my toilet needed roll bars. A roll cage or some, like, safety net for my toilet. But
you don't want.
So that's haribro gummy bears. I don't know. Do you want to read or do you want to do the military one? That one starts out really slow.
It starts out really slow, but it's quite good.
It is, but it's so fucking long too. Like, look at this shit. Like, it is mad long.
I can read it decently quick. Can you edit these before you upload them?
Nope.
All right.
We're already at 6 minutes. You guys just enjoy this. I mean, if you don't fucking finish it, I'm not going to be too upset. But stay tuned, because after we're done with the Haribro Gummy Bears, we're going to be reading about the USB Pet Rock, which is the 20th century version of the 70s famous toy Pet Rock. We're going to be reading some reviews from that, too. We can post that in our video, too.
Yes, we could.
Yeah, so...
I want to buy one, though. I do want to buy one.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I do.
fantastic.
I want to get these and eat all of them at once. All 5 pounds of
We definitely could. I know we definitely could.
I would. They're like $12.
I know.
We could do it. We could do, but we would probably die.
That's okay.
All right, cool. we'll get a video of us pooping.
Let's,
but
go ahead and I don't use your phone. I'm a Windows phone.
Galaxy all the way, guys.
Windows phone.
Hey guys, before we get too far, in the comments, since I haven't asked you guys a question like this in a while, Windows, this guy, Windows or like Android, and
or iOS
iPhone,
if you're that guy.
iPhone,
or
like
if you're that guy.
that's this wall.
Yeah.
We shall call it Frederick.
The wall is Frederick.
This is Frederick.
Oh, that's Frederick?
This is in fact for holy fuck, man. We've almost finished.
Yeah, we cleared like the entire
I bought this yesterday. I haven't even touched it until today. Let's fucking yeah. All right. Tortuga, shall we?
Yeah, why not?
No, fuck it.
Welcome to the promotion priority game for this.
This is wonderful. It will be a part 2.
Hey, how that glass just kind of pours into your mouth slowly.
I like how this one
it.
just kind of launches.
That one definitely launches. This
one's just like a fucking any other shot glass on the planet. I mean, it has a pouring spot though.
It does.
Oh yeah, guys, I want to show you these.
Oh, boy.
We got these fucking beaker shot glasses. They literally look like fucking beakers and shit. Like, they're cool as hell. For those nerds out there at thinkgeek.com, you can get these. I spent my Microsoft points, or
GameStop Power Up points.
Power Up Rewards points on these bitches, and it was the best thing I've ever used my Power Up Rewards points on, next to my Zelda hat, because that shit keeps my ears warm in the winter. That makes so fucking wonderful. Alright, so, I'm gonna go out of frame a little bit now, and zoom out.
Yeah, get comfy, just relax.
I'm gonna listen to the story and try not to cry myself.
So I'm the Awkward Gangster, and this is story time.
Story time.
The title of this one being, Could Be Used as Torture. It was my first deployment, and I had been missing a lot of stuff from the States. I could get gummy bears at the PX here, but not sugar-free. And with the Army weight regulations, I tried to keep my snacking healthy. Thus, when I saw a 5-pound bag of sugar-free gummies, I couldn't help but putting the order in. The gummies shipped very fast manner, and I was relieved to notice that none of the gummies appeared to have melted or been damaged along the way. I am drunk, so please excuse.
Just bear with us.
Excuse all slurring.
Dude, should I just throw these things back in because they've been sitting there a minute?
What? It's fine. Okay.
Alright.
Don't worry about my story time.
Sorry.
When I got the bag, I was somewhat shocked, seeing for the first time how much 5 pounds of gummy bears actually is. I knew there would be no way for me to consume them all alone. Luckily, we had a range later that week. I stashed the gummies in my wall locker until the range. On the day of the range, we all sat under some camo nets we had put up to protect us from the sun as we waited for our turn to qualify. During this time, I broke out the gummies. Everyone was stoked. We all sat around chatting as we ate delicious, soft, squishy gummies washed down with raw detain water. So far, the range had been going smoothly. Soon it was my turn to fire. I was given range 3. I immediately got into prone, as this range starts off from the prone supported position. I adjusted my sandbags, and that's when I realized something wasn't right.
Something's awry.
It started with just a gurgle, then a grimacing pain. I could hear the range control over the loudspeaker. Fires prepare to fire, lock, and load your weapons. Gurgle. The noise was terrible. The pain was horrific. I tried to focus on the target, but my vision started to blur. Sweat poured into my shooting eye. All the while, fires, place your selector switch from safe to semi. I could no longer feel my hands. They had gone numb. I realized at that moment I had to go. And I mean, go. And then, fires at this time, you may fire your weapons. I didn't move my switch from safety. Even if my hands weren't numb, I wouldn't have trusted myself with a loaded weapon. Now I had another problem. The range was hot. I heard firing from all around me. I weakly fumbled with my weapon to place it in a safe position. The range safety came up to me. Soldier, is there something wrong? The look I gave must have said it all. The safety waved his paddle. The call was made. Cease fire! Cease fire! Cease fire! I was up and looking for relief. Perhaps the other soldiers stopped firing, but my colon had just begun. I made a rush to the porta-johns to find they were all filled up. Of course, I had shared those gummies with at least other 10 troops. The noises coming out of those porta-pots will cause PTSD for many years to come.
I got poop and PTSD.
When you poop so hard you have PTSD, you know something's wrong.
That's normal fucking weekend for me, man.
It is, it really is. He's not lying. I've been there.
Story of my life. Ladies and germs.
I thought for a second about finding a place out of sight, however, it was futile. I was in the desert, you could see for miles around. Then I remember the Nationals had a porta-pot, and likely no one else knew it was there. It was under the range control tower, surrounded by a small fence. I rushed quickly as possible in my condition, clenching my cheeks and praying to every god I have ever heard of. I made it, and found it was unoccupied. I opened the door to find, in my dismay, an eastern toilet. I began to take all my gear off in a hurry, while small amounts of air slipped past my cheeks with a liquid feel. Oh gods, I thought. I clenched tighter, ripping my boots off. I could tell I would need all my clothing off, as this was likely to cause an immense backsplash. Finally disrobed, I allowed the release.
I've had that problem before. Take off all your damn clothes so you don't soak them in shit.
It's true. You
Shit,
always...
like, if I don't take them off, I, like, pull my fucking shirt up to here, and I'm, like, clenching myself. I'm like, dear God, no.
I remember the times you would go in, and you would have diarrhea, and then you'd go take shower, and then you'd come out and, like, have diarrhea again, and take another shower.
Dude, I had that vicious cycle where,
College was wonderful.
I pooped, I showered, I pooped again, I showered again, I threw up, I showered, I pooped in the shower, I showered, and then I puked again, and then I pooped, and I did the switcher, like when you're like puking and you poop, and then you just keep switching back and forth. Like I like to call it the Beyblade because you're spinning. And then I got in the shower again, and I was pretty much okay after I ate that entire package of chalk. Alright, you can continue your story whenever you can breathe again.
Alright. It was a complete clumpy tidal wave
Wait,
of destruction.
It was rainbow chalk. Just so we're clear, it
was rainbow chalk. Just so we're
I thought
clear.
it might be flavored. Like, I was wrong.
It's not. It's all just chalk.
It's just colorful.
Don't eat that ever.
Your poop comes out like when you take the two erasers and
it's
crazy.
Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's totally worth it.
Seriously.
It's totally worth it.
Don't do it.
It's
Brett.
Do it.
Brett. Don't do it. It was a clumpy tidal wave of destruction. The smell was nothing of this world. I tried not to vomit as my anus took on a will of its own, expelling the sickness from my system. After I looked down in horror at the issue toilet, realizing there was no way this was going to drain properly. I accepted my defeat. Attempt to clean up the terrible, smelly, gummy soil and wash myself up with some baby wipes I so mercifully had in my ACU pocket. I put on my clothes and stumbled out of the toilet. As I walked out, one of the natives walked by me. I tried to warn him, but he didn't understand. I only heard him cry out, "Allah!" as he slammed the door, walking away from the porta-pot, looking at me with fear, the eyes telling it all. He couldn't understand how that could have come out of a human being without killing them. In the end, 10 troops were given saline solution for dehydration for the terrible gummies.
Probably the most brutal I've ever heard your voice. In the end.
Our unit swore a vow of secrecy to never speak of this experience again with one another. Because of the flashbacks, some of us still have. Thanks, Haribro. Thanks a lot.
Hashtag 5 stars. Goodbye again.
Hashtag. Oh, you already took your shot. What the? Did you pour shots into my shot?
What? No, I took my shot and I put your shot in there because I thought you might like to use that shot glass. But also, I wanted to see if they all measured the same, and they don't. This one measures at 1 ounce, okay? This one does not. This one gets to like here, and this one holds the most liquor.
Period.
And this one, I mean, this one was way up over. This one is as bad. So, if you really want to get trash, take a shot from the little fucking vase looking thing. Well, go ahead.
Pretty sure there's a very scientific name for it.
Seeing as in chemistry. Shit, I don't remember which one's which. Haribro quality, awesome. Yeah, I unplugged it. I'm like, what the hell's that noise? Alright, guys, I'm gonna read you one more that we haven't read yet. It's called Gummy from Hell. And then I'm gonna end this video that's 20 fucking minutes long. And we're gonna start a new video with the Pet Rock. Remember, these are Haribro's sugar-free gummy bears.
You can buy them anywhere.
This one is labeled Gummy from Hell. First, let me start off with a description of who I am. My name is Robert. I live in what used to be Tucson, Arizona, and after the story is done, you will know why I say used to be. I am 34 years old and work as a contractor. I am a bit of a health nerd who works out 7 times a week and eats only the top-of-the-line protein shakes and other nastiness that is life's blood. I'm single, and after this, I doubt any lady will ever come near me again. Anyways, right?
Yeah.
I've had that thought before. Anyway, one day, in normal everyday life, I decided to pursue the internet and, to lesser extent, Amazon. My teeth were unfortunate enough to have a sweet tooth, and nothing in my kitchen was anywhere near sugar-free, yet sweet to the core, so I decided that I may as well search for something that might satisfy me in times like this. Then the Miracle Biz Hasbro came upon my search window. The price for a 5-pound bag was nothing but a steal, so my finger decided to hover over the purchase button. And for a moment, my fingers just stood there, ominous sign for things to come. And with overzealous enthusiasm, I pressed the order button, and thus my death was secure. A week and a half later,
God.
right? That is just the greatest.
I put my glasses back on just to do that.
Are you ready?
Yes.
And after a week and a half later, and much anticipation, very much anticipation, my bears arrived at the door. I was surprised that when I opened the box, none of the bears had melted, The hot, sweltering heat that is Arizona. That shit right there is foreshadowing in its own self.
I know, Arizona being that hot.
If your shit is like in 160-degree weather and isn't even kind of tainted by this heat, like you pick it up and it's just like still cool to the touch, it ain't melted or nothing, and it ain't fucking gummy bear soup, you should be worried because this shit's got
chemicals in it that you've never heard of that's illegal in the United States. Don't touch it.
Real. Like straight up. Anyway, my shit went dark. Luckily for me,
I feel like this chair's gonna break.
Nah, you'd be good. Just don't
Do you
fuck
hear
with
that?
it. Yeah, dude. It's because it's an antique. Antique chairs. But some of it Addison for like $15 a piece.
Yeah, $15 antique chairs. Let that sink in for a second of how dangerous these are.
Okay, we're good. Let me finish these. Lucky me, I had an entire series on DVR, and it was Saturday, and I had no obligations but to sit and eat my new snack. You finished off that whole bag in a day. I'm sure of it. That just got me scary. 4 hours later and 124 gummies later, I called it. Dr. Cootie had finally fired the damn son of a bitch, and my life was good at this moment. I was chewing on a gummy bear, my sweet tooth was satisfied, and I was in complete bliss for now. As I continued to the next episode, my gut was extended to the point that I realized it's time to stop. Unfortunately, it was already too late. The damage has been done to my digestive tract. My bowels are about to explode, and at this point, I feel substance leaking out. Needless to say, I choose an attempt to make my way to the restroom across the hall, waddling like a fucking penguin to the safety of my ivory bowl. Unlucky me, though. My restroom is over 15 feet across my house, and I was 15 feet. That ain't even that bad.
I know, right? But when you got
like
shit that
15
bad,
feet, like
whoops,
my bedroom door away. Dude, you're good. Just sip it real quick. Like in all my shit.
You gonna hold off for a second? You hesitate.
Yeah, I'm gonna time out. I'm gonna read this, and I'll take a shot beginning of the next episode. Alright, so 15 feet away. It was the moment against the excruciating pain that I went back to that moment. My finger hovered over the button in that fateful night, and I looked back at it in third-person view, wishing I was able to yell at myself. The button should have never been pressed. I sat in horror as I watched the button be pressed, and it was instantly sent back to the hallway where my colon was excreting mass liters of substance, and I was in desperate need for a job. Pulling myself up, I forced my way to the throne that is my toilet, and I didn't even bother to close the door. As my rear end met the cool plastic, my rectum could no longer hold the flow of Old Faithful, which now looking back was nowhere near the pressure that was excreted from my intestines. And he put parentheses around that last piece.
Alright, we're good.
But hot molten fire was pushed through me, and to the point where my toilet bowl was near past its breaking point. It was at this moment, good St. Paul, that I came to these pearly gates. The monument that is this angel turned to me and pinched his nose. The smell of my restroom found its way past ground zero, that is Tucson, and had risen the clouds of heaven. The face St. Paul made was one of disgust and pure terror. And an instant later, I was kicked down from Cloud 9, sent hurtling my body below. Thanks to Hog.
We gotta hurry this up.
Thanks to haribro, I know I am godly man. I've given up life a fitness freak and now live as a monk off in the Sierra Nevada, away from anyone who could smell the stench. Holy fucking shit, these are great. So I think we're gonna do a regular of the haribro specifically. Like when we get a bunch of new ones, we'll read them to you guys. But Bruce, who is unconscious on the...
I'm not unconscious, I'm awake. I just found that on the floor that I was rolling on because I quit.
Exactly, somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Why is that on your floor? What are you doing?
Fell on my desk. I used to do shit. Like, not anything crazy, but like art stuff, carving things. But anyway, so basically, I'm drunk now. And we're done with haribro for right now. We'll do more at a later point in time. I'm sure this should, in fact, we can do this as a...
Yes, absolutely. But thank you guys for watching. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button
and
subscribe because we're going to do another few episodes, and then eventually we're going to start our brand new channel. 1, 2, 3. Are you game for this?
But when we do that, I will let you know on here, so you can go and check out Are You Game for This. Right now we have the channel up, and it's all, there's spaces and everything. It's Are You Game for This with spaces. There's nothing special on right now. It's empty. If you want to like jumpstart and subscribing, go ahead, go to the channel. I will not be posting a link in the description because I'm too fucking drunk right now.
Want me to do it?
Nah, that's it.
Shit, okay.
But we'll do it in one of our next couple videos. We'll probably start posting the link when we actually get the channel going. For now, we'll use this channel for our fun facts and drunken nights.
Always gonna be drunken nights. There's never regular nights here.
Yeah, you're probably right. And if my grandparents watch this, I'm sorry. I love you. But for those of you who actually sat through this video,
thank you.
Thank you. And leave a comment and say the phrase lemonade, okay? Like lemonade.
That's why he chose that. I was wondering why you chose that.
Alright, so if you say lemonade and you leave a comment below saying lemonade, we can like push your DM, we'll do something. I don't know what yet, but we'll do something. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm alright
with that. So that's about it.
Yeah, so do you want to do the, do you remember the thing? Did I ever show you the thing? No, you've never seen the closeout thing. Alright, guys, y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks for swinging by the Punk Rock Playground to listen to another one of my rants. Even though it wasn't really a rant, it was a drunken rambling about wonderful things on Amazon. Now, y'all have a great day. And this is Decrypt the Awkward Gangster and the Punk Rock Enigma signing out. I'll be making another video in like 10 minutes. Peace. Oh shit. I can't find the button. Goodbye, people.